So this question is going to involve the polarity method with elimination. So this is going to be a little bit different. So notice down here, plurality with elimination is this instant runoff, if you will. So what we do is we have to have a majority. If we don't have a majority, we keep eliminating the lowest candidate until somebody gets a majority. So if I look at our question up here, the university administration has asked a group of student leaders to vote on the aspects of college life to target for improvement over the next year. The choices were housing, library, theater, fitness center. The votes are summarized in this preference table. So again, they were given four preferences and they ranked them. So first, second, third, and fourth preference. So as we do this, these are the orders. 13 ballots had the theater, library, housing, and then fitness last. 19 ballots had this order: the library, housing, fitness, and theater. We also had a, a ballot that had the order of 23 ballots that had the order of housing, library, theater, and fitness. And then we had three ballots that had theater, housing, library, and fitness. And then we had two ballots that were fitness and then theater, library, and housing. So of those, for me, improvement, I guess if we're talking about a housing or talking about a university, housing would seem to be kind of high on the list. And we are seeing, housing here with 23 ballots in first place and 19 ballots here and three ballots here. Just by looking at that, it looks like housing kind of falls in play where, fitness is down here at the bottom. Nobody really is interested in fitness as an improvement. They're okay with the fitness centers on their campus, or they prefer to go out off campus for their fitness centers. So my first instinct is it looks like housing plays in, but what we want to do is prove it. So we have what's called the plurality with elimination method. So right now, if we just look at the first place votes, we can kind of see that theater has 13 and 3. So theater has 13 and 3, which would be 16. The library would have 19. Housing would have 23. And then fitness would have 2. So right now, we can kind of see that housing is there, but the catch is we have to have a majority. So what we got to do is we got to add these numbers together. And I'm just going to do this on my phone. Um, so if we go 16 plus 19 plus 23 plus 2, we get 60 altogether. Now, to get a majority, you got to be half of 60 would be 30, but to be a majority, you got to be at 31. So to win, you must have to have 31 because you have to have a little bit over half to be a majority. So did housing get 31 votes? No. So what we got to do is we have to eliminate the lowest candidate. And right now we're seeing that fitness received the lowest. So what we're going to do is create another ballot, but we're going to remove fitness off the category. So we're going to mark out this fitness here. So I should start from left to right. So fitness, 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 fitness. So we're going to remove those off there. And what we're going to do is generate a new ballot. So see if we can kind of keep this together. So I don't know if I can do this. Let me just see if I can copy this thing. Let's see if I get a little selection button. Oh, see if I can copy that, bring this down a little bit. Oh, I already did copy it, so never mind. There it is right there. So let's just go back. So since fitness had the fewest first place votes, we eliminated it off the ballot. So fitness gets removed. What we do now is we shift everything up. So here, the T, the L, and the F stay in the same order. T, L, and H, I should say. But in this next one, notice that theater jumps up one. So L, H, and T jumps up there. So L, H, and T. And then here we have H, L, and T. So nothing really changed there. H, L, and T. And then here we have T, H, and L. So again, nothing changed there. T, H, L. And then here we have T, L, H. So we now consider this now first, second, and third. So notice that T would have 13 plus 2, which is 25. L, look, actually, take that back. T would be, let's see, three T's up there, actually. So T would be 13 plus 3 is 16, plus 2 is 18. So theater got 18. And then the library got 19, and the housing still just got 23. So notice that I still need 31 for majority. So what we have to do now is mark off another candidate. So now who finished last was theater. So theater gets removed because it lost by the library by one vote. So the theater now gets struck off the ballot. So theater gets removed, theater gets removed, theater gets removed, theater gets removed, and theater gets removed. So again, we still have the 13, the 19, the 23, the 3, and the 2. So notice I did a little bit of liberty of kind of building a little bit of this up here. So I have to now make a new ballot. So L and H, then we have L and H, then we have H and L, then we have H and L, and we have L and H. So as we go through here, now we look at the first place votes again. So now I'm seeing 32 plus 2 for the library, 32 plus 2 would be 34, where the housing is only 26. So that does add up to 60. But actually, when it comes to the elimination method, housing actually comes in second, and the library actually comes in first. So library would be my choice since it's now got a majority, since that's over 31. Housing becomes the winner. I'm sorry, the library. The library actually became the winner. So they wanted an update to the library. So the library becomes the preference of the students by using the plurality with the elimination method. So like an instant runoff, if you kind of see we're just not revoting, we're just removing people off the candidates until we get a majority.